Good morning, everyone. Thank you for stopping by our farm today. I hope you'll visit with me and maybe you'll learn something and maybe you'll have something to share with me. First of all, I'm wearing these protective glasses because we have got some kind of little critter flying around my face all the time, trying to get in my eyes and in my face. So I'm wearing glasses to try to help that. But today I'm digging sweet potatoes. It is the 30th of August and I've already dug some of these out, but I wanted to bring you in here today and I want to impress upon you what a wonderful vegetable sweet potatoes are for you to grow if you have the right climate for sweet potatoes. They are, I just count them the #1 vegetable as far as ease of growing and productivity. So let's get started and see what's in here. Okay, you see we have some really nice sweet potatoes. What is so frustrating to me is that we have voles in here that like sweet potatoes also. So I have to put up with that because I do not know a way to stop that. If you know how to get voles out of your garden, then I would appreciate anything you can tell me to help with that. But anyway, this will not keep this sweet potato from storing over the winter. And when I want to use it, I'll just cut that part off and the rest of it will be perfectly fine to use. So even though that's unsightly and I don't really like it, but we always have plenty of sweet potatoes for us to eat. You can see what a nice bunch of sweet potatoes I have from that one hill, but you can see all that damage there. There's a nice one that's not damaged. This one's damaged a little bit. That will still make a lot of good food. Several that have not been damaged. That one's damaged quite a bit, so I don't know if I want to save that one or not. And then some little ones here. They make the damaged ones and the little ones make good feed for our cows. They like those. So one of the very good things about sweet potatoes is that you can grow your own plants and it doesn't cost you anything to grow those. In the early spring, when sprouts start to grow on my potatoes that I've stored in the house, I take off the sprouts and put those in a jar of water. They grow roots, and then they grow a plant, and I set that in my windowsill in the house to grow, and it just works beautifully. And before I put them in the garden, I set it out in the sunshine a little bit each day to try to acclimate it to the sunshine. So you can grow your own plants, and it doesn't cost anything, so that's a big plus for growing sweet potatoes. Okay, let's look another hill here. If you have cows or pigs, they really like to eat these sweet potato vines. So that's another advantage. So there's two very nice potatoes. This one is not damaged, so that's very nice. This one's damaged just a little bit. That's a lot of good food. There's a smaller one. Again, you can see this soil is in very good conditions for sweet potato to grow in. Not hard, not compacted. And for some reason that hill didn't have as many in it. You can see I've almost finished digging up one row, and I'm real sure I've gotten at least 100 pounds from this one row. So you can see that sweet potatoes are very prolific. They provide a lot of good food. I've got 5 more rows here to dig in this small area, so I should get at least 500 pounds of sweet potatoes from this small area of the garden. Oh wow. My goodness. Wow, look at that. And that's something. Don't particularly need them that big for cooking, but it is impressive. It is impressive to find something like that. Wow. I don't think I've ever had one that big before. Now, like I said, this is the 30th of August, and these sweet potatoes could grow on to the 1st of October or until we have our first frost, but there's good and bad about that. The longer they're here, the more the potatoes can grow, but also the more time there is for these little soil critters to eat our potatoes. So I'm just digging up a little at a time. I don't like to be rushed to get them out all at one time anyway. Now these sweet potatoes are easy to grow. My goodness, something's made a big trench in the soil there. Like I was saying, they are easy to grow. When I plant them, after I plant them, I do a little bit of hoeing, and then eventually these vines grow out, as you see here now, and they keep most of the weed pressure down. So after they get started, I don't have to do much to them except try to be sure they have water if it gets too dry. Now I see damage on a big one here to start with. That's really in there. My goodness. Wow. What another giant sweet potato. So I can cut off what has been damaged, and that would be more than enough for a meal. Then the next really good thing about sweet potatoes, I think, is, that one's about too damaged, but I can feed that to my cows. The next really good thing about sweet potatoes is that they'll keep all winter long with no processing. Now that's a wonderful thing when you don't have to spend time canning or freezing or anything like that. You can just, we just put them in a cardboard box with a lid on it and store them in a cool room in the house at about 60 or 65 degrees, and they keep beautifully all winter long. And then I have some left in the spring for growing my plants. So I don't know any other vegetable that will produce so much food with less cost and less effort. Now before you go, I want you to see that the fall garden is getting established here now, and it looks like it's coming along real good. So I wanted you to see that today. That's all I have for you today, and I'm glad you stopped by our farm for a while, and I hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching.